I thank you. I don't think there's any questions. It's a bit more self-explanatory.
No, there is.
Yeah?
There is just one or two.
Oh, okay.
Have you been able to ascertain what specific areas of operations at the airport were affected? Because there's been a lot of talk on social media about those areas. And in light of the upcoming Africa Climate Summit and the fact that there will be an influx of visitors, what mitigation measures have you put in place to ensure that in case there's such an incident, there's no repeat? Of course, you've commissioned the 2 generators that you say were old, but then how long will it take for replacement?
Thank you very much. In fact, you have raised a very important, Chemutai, a very important issue, which I should have addressed. As you, at least a number of you accompany me to see the preparations we are making, and I want to thank Mr. Gogo, Abel, and the team at the JKIA, and also the MDKA for doing a good job, Mr. Gitari, to make sure that we are renovating the facilities at the airport. So the facilities that unfortunately were a bit down have now been refurbished at the main terminals. Again, we are getting new furniture, new things that will make sure that our airport, when the visitors come, they will find a fairly functioning airport. In the presidential pavilion, you all know that there's a lot of work that is going on there. You saw it for yourselves, and it will be ready by Tuesday next week. This is a partnership not just of KA and this ministry alone, but the Kenya Defense, Ministry of Defense and the Kenya Defense Forces are also providing services, and other contractors who are doing a good job for that in that regard. In terms of how the blackout, where did the blackout affect? It was the Terminal 1A. And you know, Terminal 1A is the biggest of them all. It's the jewel of this airport. That is where it caused a lot of problems. But it only affected passengers, staying in there in darkness. And the service providers at the airport were also affected. But as I have insisted, and I want everybody to know, nothing, and I insist nothing affected the runway or the control tower. So nobody was in danger of any, our passengers or our airlines were not in danger at all. The only danger they all faced was the problem of darkness inside the airport, of course, which is extremely embarrassing, because there will be no meeting between us and the passengers who traveled yesterday. They will permanently have this impression in their heads that Kenya is a pariah state with the darkness at their main airport. So that is why I say it's regrettable. We want to apologize for that having happened, but I can tell you it will not happen again. The generators, the person we are going to procure, we were told it will take how many weeks to get somebody to come here again, but we have said no. Must come by Monday, must report Monday morning. There are mechanisms under procurement law that can shorten the time, especially for such critical government installations like an airport, for ensuring that the generators are commissioned. So instead of telling us 3 weeks, 4 weeks, the acting MD, we have had a conversation. We want the person who will come in to commit to work day and night to make sure that the generators are functioning. But in the meantime, we will make sure that we direct the current existing backup generators to function well. I have also told the new MD that he must station technical staff. Even if we don't have enough, we can hire on short notice to be around where we need them to protect any power failure. It should be seamless. And as I have promised the country, this situation will not happen again. One more. It's not a contractor. There's no contractor. It was us. It's supposed to be KA technical staff, and of course they tried to. They have explained to us many technical issues that were unable to function. The seamless reconnection of power and so forth. But those are excuses, and we cannot give Kenyans excuses. We should have foreseen that those things can happen. Yeah, it's like telling people children are in hospital in an incubator and there was a power failure. and they should die. I mean, really, or you have a patient in ICU. Who gives even such an excuse? So there can be no excuse that there was a power blackout. Let Kenya Power deal with its problem. They will answer their questions. From where we operate, we should not be giving an excuse, because we know if Kenya Power fails, there must be a generator, there must be a solar, there must be something that is making sure that we have seamless connectivity of power in such a very important installation. The last question.